Alright. Actually, we may need you to stay as with another longer if you don't misspread. You see, it's clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have an unusually shaped burn on his wrist? Is regarded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
Yeah, I can show that actually. Right over here.
Yes!
Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate. Ah! As you can see, there is an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. The emblem on the plate and the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Realistically genius, you're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered his burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection!
What do you mean? Well,
Objection!
sadly, Prosecutor Archie, chances of that are extremely slim. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But... I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. And although it's not particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. There was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like this would have taken about 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I have been investigating the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've never heard anyone scream at all. The head waiter of Lush Carnival. I can testify to that without hesitation.
Yes!
There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burned themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There is no question of that. And yet Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day, or any of before. That's right, and the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Well, the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds on that day. That would be beyond careless, I think, counsel. And the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, with the sergeant, and the old antique dealer, all of us would without any question have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Auchi? Well, so the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I almost don't believe it. Do you think? Can it really be true? I never dreamed we'd arrive at this conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe we have been led into a terrible trap. There is only one explanation, I think, that can make sense of this apparent impossibility. But the big question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. 3 whole seconds. It's clearly apart from the one particular situation. Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Or already dead? Knowing what we know now, it's only one. It's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table today, the professor was already dead. That's madness! I mean, he ain't wrong. It's very possible. Explain this absurd notion at once. Victim was killed by gunshot.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Rauchi, it's one you who had no grasp of the facts. As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, his whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? Your Excellency, the court must hear from the witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. It's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. Even I didn't expect that. He was already dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But it's just a system our country may be in its infancy. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be to dispel before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. What was that smile? I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps the relationship between my country and yours. What? Well, of course I do. I've said in courtroom. Why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined language in the world. I try to avoid speaking your. Oh my god. Men in the land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. Okay. Oh my god. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. Alright, let's see what this leads to. Witness testimony. Unfortunately, I had no idea why the poor man burned his wrist like that. The rage brought my steak. The professor and I raised glasses in toast. As far as I've heard, the postmortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. There is some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace. Please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick it up on. Whoa, chill. The most captivating and beautiful testimony go down and... Okay. Easy does it. Alright. Was that a prayer then? Not to forget the irritation was present, but with the cross-examination. It's pity to notice that this little bully of Austrian, as you put it, doesn't miss much. I'll rule him. Is that clear? Yes, Your Excellency. Now we proceed with the cross-examination. What have we got for cross-examination? Victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea why the poor man burned his wrist like this. Upon my seeing the professor and I raised a glass. I've heard the postmortem showed no other possible cause of death. But of course, wait, did it? Alright. Did you find out what? What is it, Kazuma? What are you thinking? Don't worry, it's nothing. So, if I had to present something, right? So, I want to examine the postmortem medical report. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Postmortem. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. No exit wound, but did not pass through the body. Let's just keep on pressing harder.
Yes.
Searing a hot plate for at least 3 hours. You couldn't have not noticed it. You think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry. Ever since I arrived at this courtroom, till now, Playa... Huh? my stake.
Yes!
I think I just have to press her. Is that right? Although, Professor actually drank any other water from it to the stake on the table. But I don't remember. I think it is the exact opposite. Whereas I've heard a postmortem report showed
Yes!
it's written in the paper, fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Alright. But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had cooled in slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. Burt his wrist on a hot plate as soon as it was brought from the kitchen. He must have already been dead at this point.
Objection! Yes!
What about poison? Please not trace. Evidence. But that was the one thing that paid the most attention, right? That we paid most attention to.
Yes!
I sort of keep pressing it.
Wait.
Right. Into trace, right? That's the trace for sure. Miss Breath. Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Detective? Yes, he seemed to read another stranger to Miss Breath's last statement. If it might be a significant opening, maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing on the last statement one more time. Okay. Or so. Let's see what the detective says. I'll find it again. Let's do it. Last statement you said, right? First time we're pressing on a statement twice.
Wait.
Even if the investigation takes a different direction while evidence may be lost. Here it is again. It's the same as Popeye. Detective has been in stand with the Mesbert as an interpreter. I think that but it's just a minute. Detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This is a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they're usually careful not to let it. They're listening to someone else speaking and find they often let the guard down. You're right. Look at him. He's lost in his own thoughts. It's time. Pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry, person. What to do with extra escape? It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? The moment we are focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But when we move the marker, okay. You can turn your attention to the other person instead. You'll be able to pursue them with space. At the right time, you might encounter some use information to pursue. Alright.
Wait.
Okay. Go there. Pursue.
Excuse me.
So you were thinking something just now, Spectre. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. If there is something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
Oh. Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact he's intimately involved in this case. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes. Do you have anything to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Pratt? Well, yes. If you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as they used to be, which is why us always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. To take everything I can from the scene from the crime. It's preserving. They'll call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Crime scene thief. But it looks like lady's remarks stirs your nerve there. Take this for example. Is that? There is a bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. Yes, it's lost all its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. I can see it. Our police force will be among the best in the world. I guarantee it. Okay. I understand the statement. Wait. Can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Yes, it was that bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eye when she answered the judge's question. Very well. We can continue your Okay. So, there is one way. Yeah, we can present now the carbonated water.
Yes!
There we go. What is this? The bottle of water? Actually, there is one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to your mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from this bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there is poison inside? Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from the glass? Water. And on that day, he was sitting on the same table as Professor, able to slip the poison in his drink. There's only one person who could do that. Tell Brett, it was you.
Objection!
Wait.
Objection!
This is not a political arena, this is a trial to determine